What is going on, guys? What is going on, 27 Squad? Welcome back into another video, and today I wanted to do another blind reaction to a New York Giants mock draft. This time it's Chad Reuter of the NFL.com. He does a lot of these longer mock drafts. He did a whole 5-round mock, and we're going to be focusing on the New York Giants only. So 5 rounds for the Giants, but I wanted to do a quick bonus right now and go over MJD, Maurice Jones-Drew's mock draft, not the entire thing, just where the Giants lie. And so let's get into it. So this is just one pick, and this is the scenario that we're looking at, and it came out a couple of days ago. I initially reacted to the whole mock draft, but I decided to scrap the whole mock draft and kind of come out with this video instead. So here's the situation. We got Chicago Bears going Caleb. We got Washington getting Jaden Daniels, so that is 2 quarterbacks off the board. Now 3 quarterbacks. Interestingly enough, this is JJ McCarthy. All right, so it's not Drake May as he falls. And you would think that the Giants, if JJ McCarthy were on the, if Drake May was on the board, you'd think the Giants would try to make a call, try to get some motion going with the Arizona Cardinals or even the Chargers, try to go up at least one spot like they did last year to make sure they locked up Deonte Banks. But we have the Giants going, okay, Minnesota Vikings go Drake May, so that is 4 quarterbacks off the board. And what do the Giants do in MJD's mock draft? They go with Michael Penix Jr. I know I had just made a video about Michael Penix, my latest video on if the Giants should draft him at 6, and then a mock draft comes out where the Giants draft him at 6, and now today we're getting a lot of news that a lot of coaches have Michael Penix as their second quarterback on the board, or even third quarterback in this class, right? Competing with Drake May, obviously with Caleb Williams being the number 1 clear cut, but there's a lot of conversation. It seems like there's been a lot of conversation as of late on who is the true number 2. For a while, it was clearly Drake May. Drake May was even regarded as possibly number 1, and in competition with Caleb Williams, and then was the clear cut number 2, and then Jaden Daniels started to pick up some steam. Now he's being projected over Drake May, and then JJ McCarthy out of nowhere is projected to be a top 5 pick, and even as high as the Washington Commanders. And now we're getting Michael Penix's turn, which Bo Nix seems like the black sheep in this situation, where nobody's really talking about him as being the top quarterback. But Michael Penix, if you watch his film, it's clear Michael Penix is extremely talented. I only said if it weren't for Michael Penix's age and injuries, I think we will be talking about Penix as being the quarterback 2 or 3 in this class. If he was completely clear as far as injuries goes, that he doesn't have an injury history, if he was 22, even 23 years old. He is 23, but right about to be 24 in May. So I think those things hold him back from being a top 5 pick or a top quarterback pick. That's why I still see Michael Penix falling, but there is a chance that he gets taken early. The Giants may not want to take the chance of trading down and missing out on him and getting him with the 6th pick. I still don't recommend this to happen, guys. I still don't. To gamble on Michael Penix and the injuries rather than picking up a surefire guy like Malik Nabers. I know there's no prospect that's surefire, right? But when you have a lot of red flags in Michael Penix, it's just hard to really ignore other guys at other positions that can benefit your team that don't have that same injury history. So, if it were up to me, I'd probably go Malik Nabers here and pray to God that I can get Michael Penix with a trade up back into the 1st round. I don't think I would gamble going into the 2nd round and waiting for Penix. I think I would actually trade up, whether it be trade up in the 1st round or trade high into the 2nd round. But I think I would still go Malik Nabers here. But let's go on to the 5-round mock draft. All right, I could have went on another website and got all the picks at once, but I kind of wanted to get a reveal in, look at other picks as we're going down and scrolling. So let's take this journey together. So this is very similar to MJD's mock draft, but Drake May is being taken by the Patriots, a little bit more realistic. The Broncos. Man, this is the first time I really see the Broncos trading up for a quarterback, so it's all 4 quarterbacks off the board in the order that, not that quite that I expect them to, but the top 4 off the board. Let's see, and they trade with the Cardinals, so the Cardinals get more value in there. I think they now have 3 first-round picks, Marvin Harrison Jr. to the Chargers, and the Giants get Malik Nabers. So this is where I kind of see the Giants going. I do think, although I really want a quarterback in this draft, we may be just out of reach. I don't think I'm going to go after Michael Penix. As much as I love him, I don't think I can ignore Malik Neighbors, who could be an all-pro wide receiver. So yeah, let's see if the Giants actually wound up going back into this draft. Because this is a complete blind reaction, and I want to make sure we are in the clear. All right, let's move on to the second round. All right, I think Chad Reuter did this in his 4-round mock draft. I remember him coming out with a 4-rounder, and he had Michael Penix going to the Raiders trading up and getting him. So, all right, let's see where the Giants go now. All right, let's take this out. Let's see where the Giants go now. And this one, last time, yeah, I believe it was him that had Blake Corum going to the Giants, because he has Blake Corum going high again. I still think Corum goes probably in the 3rd round. So, all right, so let's see where the Giants go. Ladd McConkey, Fisk. All right. The Giants going Ennis Rakestraw Jr. Okay, I don't hate this at all. I've been extremely big on going after corner in this draft. I think that's a position that people forget that we need. I'm seeing all these mock drafts on YouTube, all these mock drafts on Twitter, and although I love everybody's mock draft, I love discussing it, I just don't know why constantly we're not getting corners early in the draft. I know there are plenty other positions to choose from, but when we're going after running back, wide receiver, and trying to go after the flashy players and not getting after a cornerback, defensive interior, kind of makes me wonder, man. But Johnny Wilson going all the way in the 2nd round is crazy to me. But and I like Johnny Wilson, but I think he's a 3rd round guy. But Ennis Rakestraw Jr. to the Giants, I actually really like this. Like I said, I'm gonna keep going down here just in case the Giants. He has the Giants project, because he's projecting trades here. So just in case the Giants trade back into these rounds. But all right, let's go into round 3. So far we have Malik Neighbors and Ennis Rakestraw Jr. So we got the wide receiver position locked down, and we have a number 2 corner. I don't think he'll be better than Deonte Banks. If you get somebody like Quinyon Mitchell, then it's a debate of who's that number 1 corner. But Ennis Rakestraw, I believe, would be a 2nd cornerback 2. All right. Roman Wilson falling and Troy Franklin falling into the 3rd. This is where I see Braylon Trice and TJ Tampa going. Trey Benson. All right, so we got Trey Benson. A lot of people love Trey Benson. I love Trey Benson as well. Like I said, I'm not a big guy of getting running back in the 3rd round. I don't think we need that. We need a running back in the 3rd round or a high pick, but I respect it. A lot of people love Trey Benson, and I think, hey, he would be clearly I think he would start off as day 1 starter, but how the NFL works, sometimes these rookies have to work their way up. But I like Trey Benson a lot, and nothing much I can really say about it. Like I said, I really wish we could attack other positions like defensive interior, but if you want to get flashy, if you really want to boost up your your offense, you go after this. I'm actually curious if Christian Haynes won already, because this would be actually a very bad Chris Jenkins. Oh man, I would take Chris Jenkins over Trey Benson 10 times out of 10. Tyler Nubin still available. Tyke Smith, I love Tyke Smith. Let's see. All right, so as I click onto the new page, the Giants make the headlines here. The New York Giants take Spencer Rattler, only quarterback in the 4th round. What are we doing? What are we doing, Chad? What are we doing, Chad? All right. Jermaine Burton, Leonard Taylor, Braylon Allen, Chris Braswell falls all the way down. Spencer Rattler. Man, I don't know how I feel about this one. And as far as I can see, Christian Haynes has not been taken yet. Where is Christian Haynes going? Christian Haynes here. 113. I would have taken Christian Haynes. I would have taken Christian Haynes over Spencer Rattler and Trey Benson all day. Maybe even over Ennis Rakestraw. I know I said how much the Giants need cornerback, but interior offensive line, I think we can all agree, is a mess. Christian Haynes, I think, is going to be the best interior player in this draft. In my honest opinion, I think he's going to be the best offensive interior player in this draft. That's just my opinion. and I even over guys like Jackson Powers Johnson and all that. I love Christian Haynes. I think I would take him with a second round pick if I really felt like he was going to be taken early. That's how much I like him. I don't know how I feel about this. I really hope we don't get Spencer Rattler. That means the Giants are really nonchalant about addressing quarterback. And I know the Giants are going to draft the quarterback. It depends where. It depends how urgent do they feel like they need to address the position. So, oh man, to have Christian Haynes. Oh, I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it. I would have taken with a second, third, or fourth round. But if he's there in the fourth, I mean, it's amazing value. It's like seeing Jalen Hyatt in the third. I mean, you just gotta take him. So, and the Giants traded up for Jalen Hyatt. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. All right, let's go on to the fifth round. Andrew Phillips, he's been rising up boards lately. This is exactly where I see him going. He was a guy I had the Giants drafting in my first mock draft. Jordan Travis. All right, trying to get me in trouble here. All right, let's see. Where are the Giants at in the fifth round? Justinianogiovanni. Okay. I like this pick. This is who I had the Giants getting in my first mock draft as well. Justinianogiovanni with that fifth round pick. Was it with the fifth round pick, or did I have Justinianogiovanni going in the fourth or fifth? I could somewhere around there. I had the Giants getting him. I like that pick. I like it. I'm seeing a lot more people having Justinianogiovanni going to the Giants. I think it's a good fit. Next to Dexter Lawrence. I like what he adds in the run game. Like, he's not a guy that is like specifically good at anything, but he's pretty quick off the snap. Is a decent pass rusher from the inside, and can block shed well flowing in that zone running scheme. He's able to penetrate that a lot easier, get skinny and get through the line and stop the run. So I like Boygby a lot. So I actually like this. So the Giants in the first round, they got Malik Neighbors. They upgraded the wide receiver position, clear number one wide receiver, no debate about it. And then, he has that inside-outside versatility. In the second round, the Giants went ahead and they got themselves their cornerback 2 next to Deonte Banks, and they got Ennis Rakestraw Jr. with the 47th overall pick. All right, I like that pick as well. So good pick in the first round, good pick in the second round. We go into the third round, and like I said, when you have a guy like Christian Haynes available, I know Trey Benson is probably the number one running back in this draft. He's a flashy player at a flashy position, way more flashy than a guard position, right? I just don't. We have Devin Singletary there right now. We have some decent depth. I mean, Eric Gray is okay. I don't think we need to add Trey Benson. I think we can go in later rounds with a Marshawn Lloyd in the fifth round. It'll be fine. Isaac Garendo with the fourth, or maybe he drops in the fifth as well. I just don't think we attack this position yet. I think the better move would be getting Christian Haynes in the third round. Then we move on to the fourth round, and the Giants get Spencer Rattler. If the Giants do this and they get Spencer Rattler, they're not worried about the wide receiver, about the quarterback position all that much. They are just looking for adding a backup, potential starter, a guy that can fill in for Daniel Jones should he get hurt, and a guy that you can groom up for the future if it doesn't work out with Daniel Jones. But you're not putting your future on Spencer Rattler. He is not going to be like the Kirk Cousins of this draft. I don't believe so. So, I don't like this at all. It seems like there's no sense of urgency for the quarterback position if the Giants were to make that move. And then in the fifth round, you got Justinianogiovanni, a position you need to upgrade with. Even though we're getting a guy in the fifth round around other fifth round guys, like we got Jordan Riley in like the sixth round. We got DJ Davidson in the fifth round. We have Nacho there, who should be just a rotational guy. Adding Justinianogiovanni, you probably are thinking like, man, we're just adding average talent with average talent. But I think a Boygby should be getting good reps with that line with Nacho. I think he would beat out DJ Davidson and Jordan Riley in a heartbeat. Like, he would be splitting reps with Nacho. So I think this would be a good pick. But that is it, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new. And I'll see you guys next time.